yes, welcome to Sports Cafe. सधैँ जसो हामी एकजना विशेष व्यक्तित्वलाई लिएर आउने गर्छौँ स्पोर्ट्स क्याफेमा आज पनि एकजना विशेष व्यक्तित्व हुनुहुन्छ दिस इज इनफ्याक्ट आवर फर्स्ट सेकेन्ड सिरिज एपिसोड विल बी ब्रिङिङ भेरी इन्फर्मेटिभ इन्फर्मेसन्स र सँगसँगै रमाइलो कुराकानीहरू पनि लिएर आउँछौँ टुडे वी हेभ अ भेरी इन्फ्लुएन्शियल पर्सन इन नेपाली फुटबल फर द्याट म्याटर वी क्यान से बिकज हि इज द हेड कोच अफ नेपाली फुटबल टिम मिस्टर Vincenzo Alberto Annese. Welcome, Vinci.
Thank you.
So, Coach, how has it been being in Nepal? It's been a while. So, how has it been being in Nepal?
Thank you so much for inviting myself in this meeting, and so far was wonderful time in these 7 months here in Nepal. I think I enjoy so much Nepali football, and it will be more and more adventure for me in the next meeting that we will have soon versus Myanmar, and also qualification versus Laos.
Right. So how has been the response from the fans? I think you've got a lot of messages from your fans as well to you. And how has been the response? How has been your reaction of the fans towards you after you being appointed?
Well, so far, I mean, I receive really many support from special the Nepali football fans that they hope a new change in Nepal football. I feeling that in the Tri National when I start, it was a good start for us because we also won trophy in our national is never easy. Win some trophies, win some game is never easy, especially international game. So far we was done a good start. Then we introduced also the Staff Champions League that was unfortunately no good result, but good performance for us and good also experience for myself as a national team coach of one Asian team that have a very great talent as a Nepal football
right.
and Nepal players.
Right, I think coming from Italy, one of the best footballing nations, if we may say, I think it was a very good ride for you till this state, we can say. And I think growing up in Italy, it is a very influential aspect, going into football, and it's a huge inspiration. So can you tell us a little bit about your story, how you grew up in Italy and how you joined football and what inspired you to be in football?
Well, I for sure being Italian, especially in my age, I am 38 going to 39. When I was child, especially in this period, I born 84. At 16, we was already in 19. 19 was like everything,
right.
Football in Italy, and we was like each kid was playing football.
You started from Venezia, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah.
It is one of the biggest club in Italy.
Yeah. Venezia is one of a great team that for sure it will go ahead to represent the top level, and I can see that when I was a child, 17, 18, training with player like Alvaro Recova, like Bettarini, like
wow.
It was something of amazing for me. I really believe that when I was a child, like 16, 17, I wanna reach many years level of Serie A, but unfortunately with my injury, going back to many time stop, many injuries, so I get stop my career very early, 23, and become a teacher and a physical coach and then coach. At the age very early, 25, 26, I reach in third division, assistant coach and physical coach, both position, and then I growing up to coach in many country. Nepal is my 11th country that I coach.
Wow.
Win many game, many trophy. It's my third national team because I was in Armenia under 17, under 19. Then Belize in Central America, near Guatemala, Nicaragua. Then right now I'm represent Nepal, after one great experience of 3 years in Indian football with two champions in I-League and one ISL in my shoulder. So I think it also was time, mature time to represent one country, especially Asian talent as Nepali players. Nepal is full of talent. And I think so far my career as a coach, starting from age of 27 abroad, changed many countries like Palestine, Ghana, China, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Armenia, as I say, Kosovo, Belize, Indonesia, also in Asia. India, and finally Nepal. So far I have done a great journey, and so far I improved myself so much, changed many different style of play. Before I was focused more on 3-5-2, then I believe more in the 4-3-3 attacking space, but we can see that depend all the time about the player that I have in my team. I changed many times the system, also during the game, also in SAF Championship, also in Tri-National Cup. I was changing in 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2 also. I mean, it's important for us to give timing and space for many of our player. In Nepal, there is a lot change during. Many players they go abroad, but Nepal football is rich of, as I say, is rich of talent, and I believe so much Nepal going months by months, years by years, it will go only up, will never go back.
Right.
Many people think that if you rank in FIFA go badly, we don't reach a good point of football, but it's not like this. We can see that right now we have a lot of players abroad. Even with female, we go so much higher. I think there is 4 or 5 players of female that play in India, where the league get good money and good future for them. And Sabrita play right now in Europe, in Israel. In the male, we have Dangi that play in Thailand second division. We have Roy Chan that still at this point continue to be in high level of Indonesia, and also Kiran, our captain, represent ISL, the top of India. Right. So far I can see that Nepali is going great, very good.
In a good direction.
In good direction,
right,
really
right.
good direction.
Right, I think we say that failed footballing careers bring out the best coaches. And we have seen a lot of examples. We can take the example of Mourinho for that matter. You know, his professional career was not so great, but then again, he became the best, if we may say. Jose Mourinho has been one of the most influential figures, if not only as a coach, but as a personality as well. So can we bring you in that bracket as well? Can we say that?
I can see that I would love to grow him up, and I think my career as a coach, if the level that I start and the level that I am now, I can see that I have more than 218 international game, and be a national team coach, head coach, at the age of 38 is never easy.
Exactly.
Because many times I have a lot of pressure from the media, from the fans, but I do my job, and I love the way that I do, and I love the way that my player receive myself. In Nepal, as I say, there is a lot changing during, even by president, by football federation, new coaching,
right,
new direction, new also structure of A division team that was this year's, new structure of also NSL will be a new structure. So I think there is a lot change, and I don't know why many people think that the football in Nepal, they're going back, and they're going so bad. But I
Talking
don't
about
see
historical aspects. Maybe.
historical aspect, but I don't think this is really true. I can see in the result. I can see this. I can share like many times. I don't see so much good result before and now so badly result.
That's true.
Talk about the national team, men, senior. Also female, they go so up. I can see that maybe some deficit we have in the youth level, but this doesn't mean that we are so bad. We work so good in professional way also with under 19, under 16, and I hope in the future also under 23 will be, because each country needs under 23 for developing themselves.
Right. I think yes, there has been some progress regarding that, because we see a lot of youngsters coming in. You know, if we can see right now, there are a lot of young players coming in. We saw Avash having his debut. A very good prospect. He used to play in Valencia in Spain, and we can see Ayush, who's been a prosperous element in Nepali football. Manish has been doing really, really good. Chaudhary. And I think the core aspect has Chaudhary as well. Yes, he made his debut goal
with the goal
in SAF. I think it was one of the 2 goals that Nepal scored, and I think that we are playing with that. We are trying to establish the youth aspect, if I may say. Are you concentrating in the youth? I think you're following that philosophy.
Yeah, for sure, because you can see like. I must say the truth. I mean, many of the guys before the SAF of Champions League, like we can see Takuri, Pushan, they was apply for going to Australia. This is make myself a bit sad, no? Because we cannot make group people of national team, as example India doing, no? That create the same player with many years all together, but never change our attitude of proposal. We try to play attractive football. We have a bit of struggle to I can see to create a goal, because example in South Championship we create a lot of chance of goaling. Maybe we score only 2 goals in 3 games, and it's true that we play versus also with the 2 teams that going to final, that was Kuwait and India. But I can see that even with these 2 teams we create 2-3 open chance in front of the goal. So it's mean that we have done so far in construction, in build-up, in pressing, in finalize the last 35-40 meters. We done so far a good job. A bit we suffer physical aspect, especially in set position. You can see also in Machindra in the last competition in Asia Cup versus ATK, they suffer in 2 set position, they get 2 goals. Free kick and 1 corner kick, they get 2 goals. And the same also in my 7 game, we get 3 goals in the set position. So we need to improve in this for sure. We miss a bit centimetry of this, but we don't have any excuse, because we will fight with each team. And I don't see so much big difference between our team and the opponent. This is make myself confidence for the future. Many players, India, they play together 4-5 years with the same player.
That's true.
With the same coach.
Even from the youth rankings.
With the youth, we never play like this. I mean, we change aspect of national team often for many reasons. One can be injury, that we have a lot of injury. One can be also the players start to go abroad. And another also motivational of the player, no? Example, this time also for the qualification and for this friendly game, I try to change also something, because I saw that maybe some player they've already in mind to go abroad.
True.
So I eliminate this player.
Everybody was questioning, why are they not playing and everything. But then again, you wanted something bigger for the future, I guess. That was the matter.
Many times I receive some also horrible message. Why you do this?
Exactly.
Why one striker scores so much goal? Why? Then you know why. Because one person is already applied for going visa in Australia.
Exactly.
And this is make myself a bit sad for don't give opportunity to other player.
That's true.
I need to speak with the embassy of Australia to speak why they allow so many players.
That may be a matter.
No, I mean I need to see the real people. Many people they don't know the reality of the Nepali player, Nepali people. Also, Nepali person here. Maybe they think, okay, they need to go. I need to go abroad. So when you are not motivated to be in the camp, to be in preparation, it's better cut themselves.
Exactly.
So
that's true. So I think you've been through various kinds of challenges because, coming into the Three Nations Cup, it was a very early tournament for you, I guess. It was a big challenge. You just were appointed for a week or so. I don't know. It was very early.
Yeah.
Being an opponent in that country where you served with two very big clubs, how was the experience in SAF?
SAF was so far a very amazing experience. I think we done an amazing job. Many people they don't think about that we have only 2 days preparation.
Exactly.
Then
True.
directly to have a friendly game in Philippines. And there we lost one position of ranking because we don't play also the second game.
True.
And because we don't face another team and because we don't really have time to prepare also versus Philippine time. And the field is from nobody, just because the league was already have
in
this
motion,
project
right.
that we need to finish and play. So I don't blame no one.
That's true.
I blame only myself that I can do better. And is this? I don't want any excuse, but so far also in India, maybe if we was facing some different club, different country, I mean, it would be a bit different for us. If maybe we have another group stage,
That's true.
or maybe we face first of all maybe another country where you have more space to play.
That's true.
But I can say Kuwait also the first game too much emotional, too less impact, too much emotion for this game. But so far after the first half, we done far better. We done
Right.
far better, and we improve ourselves. In India was very good game. We create a lot of chance, especially in the first half. Second half, we lost a bit physicality.
True.
And when Anjan Bista was out, we lost a bit of balance. But also there we done so well.
Right.
I think in the future we can approach this kind of game in better style.
Right.
Because we have a lot of young guys, debutant, they don't have a lot of experience. In this Myanmar friendly game, we will have more young guys than before.
Right, that's very true.
So we hope that we will perform as well because we have more time to prepare.
Right, they are going to be very, new players over there. I think there are going to be some debutants as well. I see Lakin as a very good prospect. I think you tried him in the SAF Championship as well. And Ayush has always been good, and Ashish is coming up, is going to be a very good player. And then again, we have lots of players coming in. I think you're concentrating on that matter as well. But the whole agenda over here is the World Cup qualification with Laos. It's going to be played one game in Nepal and the other one in the other country. So I think it's going to be a very good opportunity for you to prove as well, because I think Laos, we defeated them twice in our Three Nations Cup. So it's a very good, possibility for us, we can say that.
Sure. We have this opportunity for us, and we need to take this opportunity to win and represent the group stage. And this is, it will be our chance. As you say very well, we have all this new player, but we will have also new player for this competition, Myanmar, that can be a good start for our preparation with the qualification with Laos. We have a lot new player. Ashish can be a great new player from MMC, and khaki for army also,
Right.
because we need physicality.
True.
But a lot new that I don't want to say now, but you will see in the
Sure,
next.
sure. I will wait for the official confirmation of
Yeah.
announcement of the squad, maybe.
Sure,
Let's
sure.
put that confidential for the time being. Right. I think about Jitendra as well. When he was, I'm sorry, Bimal Pandey, he was, he was selected as the left back. I think he's crossed his age of 30 maybe, and there were lots of doubts about it, him being played as a left back in a competition like SAF Championship. But then again, you had the guts to put him in the squad, and I think he performed really well as well. So can you tell us a little bit about that? Because that position, the left back position in Nepal has always been vacant, especially, the players who have been leaving Nepal as well. That position has always been a headache for a Nepali coach. So I think, what about your...
Pandey have a good, first of all, he is a great man, family man, and a great person. He's one of our, I can see, one of our great person that the senior.
Right.
He also senior player reach at this age the national team.
True.
For him it was emotional, but I'm so happy for him because he deserved this. He worked hard for this, and in prospect, him physicality, because he's physical player. He need to have a patience with the ball, more patient with the ball. With him we can also believe that we need to have a number of the players that can cover this position.
Right.
And he's also natural left back, natural left foot. So he's a good prospect.
Yeah,
So-
but I think it was a good decision at the end, because we could see in the game with Kuwait only the physicality we had to handle of Kuwaiti players. It was, I don't think it was, it was possible for a young left back coming in, which we had options. We had Anjal, who was in the shortlist as well, the one from Friends as well, and other players. Nishan was also there, but then again, the physicality aspect, I think that's what we
Angel,
needed.
he have a quality, very good quality. I speak even this morning with him. He just miss a bit aggression,
Right.
spirit of fighting, but with the ball he's amazing engine. He's very good quality, and Pandey is totally different. No? He's more aggressive, maybe with the ball struggle a bit, but it's so far we need a fighting player. We need people that for the second ball they can reach.
That's true.
And set position, as I say, we have these menus that we can work on this.
Right. I think Kiran and Rohit has been two influential figures who have stand out to the phases of time. But then again, other players are coming and going as well. And I think your philosophy with your team, I think it's important as well. And lots of new players are coming in. So how can we approach the Nepali team? What is your exact philosophy for your team? How can we address that matter?
Well, Kiran and Rohit, as you say, also they help myself to select, not to select the player, but to be part of Nepal football at the maximum level that I can. So they are very influential because they are the only, before in the last 5 years, there are only two players that constantly play abroad.
That's true.
One in Indonesia top level and one in India right now in top level. So we can, I want that other player, they have they respect and they see them like ambition to go abroad. I think Dangi so far, and also Anjan so far in the last 2 years, they saw these two figures as a sample for all Nepal, and I believe all young boys from Nepal football, they must see them to have a chance, to have a chance to go abroad. I believe that they can achieve a great result if they follow them, because they have a very good education,
right,
and very dedicated in them job that they do. I want that all team have a chance to go abroad.
That's true.
Not only 2-3 players, because example Limbo, they have quality, can play in many positions in the middle, defensive midfielder, attacking midfielder. He can play even striker.
Exactly.
He's very smart, guys. He can use. I can use him physicality also everywhere. Also Havas. Quality is there. I hope that they get chance more and more.
Right. I think they have been new characters in the Nepali squad, right? Talking about players going abroad, I think one player we should not miss out is Sabitra Bandari, who's playing in Israel, right?
Yeah.
And I think you had a huge contribution in that move as well, and you have been helping that out. But then again, I think we need more players to go abroad. People like Sabitra as well, and we have seen a lot of female players who are playing in the I League, in the women's I League.
In the women's I League.
Yeah, and that has been an influential factor for other players who are going in that league as well, right? So I think it's very important. You've been always talking about foreign players, foreign coaches in Nepal.
Yeah.
Foreign coaches who can influence football in general. So can we talk about that? How much is it is important?
You can see India in the last 2-3 years go so much up because each team in ISL, each team in I-League, they get great result because they have a foreigner coach, with a pro foreigner coach from ISL, I-League coach and physical coach, all professional, assistant coach. Many times they have a match analysis coach, foreigner. I mean, in Nepal we have only local coach. Most of the time some people have a high license from Asia, with all respect, high license from Asia. But coming from Europe is totally different. I can see, not because better Europe or better Asian, but give more, I think, more tactically aspect in different way. Where maybe in Asia we do more physicality, more aspect of maybe psychological aspect that is important, but vision of tactically. I think the guys, they need more knowledge. I don't see in A division no one foreigner coach this year.
Right. There has been none. There has been none. There was one
Nepalese
goalkeeper coach in Church Boys. He's from India.
He was my. Yeah. Was my in Gokulam
exactly,
Kerala. It was my, and we won also. I mean, but some people that from Europe. I mean, I would love to see some European coach that give us some input also for Nepali football. That's something that you can learn from.
True.
I know, for example, me when I go training, no one come to watch my training.
That's also
and it's a bit sad, I mean, in Italy, if you do one training, maybe they pay for watch me.
Exactly.
Here, nobody come to. It's free. It's open in AMFA. Everybody can come to watch.
That's true.
They can even recall, but no one come to see. So I would love that somebody come and see my training, and we can improve more and more also themselves, their ability. They can see different prospect of tactical prospect. We can see that we can attack in different way.
Right.
Doesn't mean, but maybe I'm wrong in many prospects, but I win a lot game, I win a lot trophies, so I would love that somebody come and see.
That's true. So we request our viewers to go and watch Vincenzo's training sessions as well. We can have a lot of ideas about how you approach your philosophy in our team.
Yeah, I can even speak with them. I mean, I don't. Many times I invite also A division coach.
Right.
In few they come in some meeting.
Right.
In many, maybe for language barrier. Because of English, or maybe because of shine, or maybe because of they think they are good enough.
Right.
Maybe. But I would love to speak with more coach from I-League, or from district coach, or from. I would love to speak with everybody from academy coach.
Okay.
Because Nepal football need to speak with UEFA Pro coach, not only with me, but with many UEFA Pro coach from Europe.
So I think A Division League you watched thoroughly, I guess. You have watched most of the games, and I think I saw you in most of the games. I think you are the very few coaches that attended most of the games, and I told you as well in offline,
Yeah.
And there was a very, very different scenario for a league being held. It was a very tight schedule. The players didn't have rest, and they had to go through a lot of other aspects as well, especially the injury aspect, the physicality aspects, and then again the weather started being bad. The weather was not so suitable for playing football. So how did you perceive Nepali football's A Division League? So what is your opinion about A Division League?
As I say, we need a foreigner coach.
Okay.
I mean, for improve, we need foreigner coach, and we need a different view to see football. Many of the coaching, they have the similar scenario.
Right.
No, when you have some foreigner coach, they can show your different view to see. Maybe they want to play with the 3-back. I saw only a few games to play with the 3-back.
Right.
Maybe they want to play with 3 striker in front in central zone. Maybe they want to play with 5 striker in front. I mean, I don't see a lot
Variations in tactics.
Tactical variation, and I think Nepali football need variation. These players, these young players that approach in football, Nepali football, need a lot variation.
Right.
Because variation creates fantasy, and variation can be suitable for national team player to play in different positions. Many times I call national team player, Ashish Choudhury example.
Right.
Play right wing or left wing, or with me play central forward example.
Exactly.
I like to try, maybe Choudhury can play left back or right back.
Maybe. We
I mean, I would love to that people, they make more variation, tactically position, and I think it will be in different level our football if there is more foreigner coach.
Right, but then again, we always need to have one national identity of football. If we take an example of Spain, they blossomed a lot doing tiki-taka football in 2008 till 2014-15. They won everything. They won the World Cup, they won the Euros. But also, you can take the example of Italy, when they changed the philosophy entirely when Mancini came in. After, Italian football is presumed to be a defensive style of football. Then again, Mancini came with a different philosophy. The whole nation followed that philosophy.
No, we can see also, for finish the discussion of before, I would love also to speak about physicality.
Right.
Physical coach, we don't know what is in Nepal.
That's true.
I mean, there is no physical coach in Nepal football. They think, oh no, why we need physical coach? Because they are tight schedule. No, we need more physical coach.
That's
because gym in Nepal, they do gym only for recovery.
Mostly, or due to injuries.
And gym, they do only 2-3 team in A division. They don't know what is physiotherapy. We have only 2-3 physiotherapy people in all Nepal, Kathmandu.
Yeah.
And there are more, maybe no attend of Nepal physiotherapy sport, but physiotherapy in general.
Right.
They think that, so we need more professional people in this sector. Also match analysis. I don't see people that recall in prospect of to see the game. I can see, I would love to recall only the defensive phase. They recall only the match, the whole match. I mean, we need more professionalism in this. For say what you say about tactically discipline or developing style like tiki-taka, like I think at this point we are more on professionalism that in Nepal missing.
That's true.
Then after professionalism reach, maybe we give one direction. But give one direction without any professionalism is the big mistake that everybody was doing before. I think that need first fix the professionalism, fix more professionalism. Many of the coach in A division, there must be UEFA Pro coach.
That's true.
We need physical coach. We need more investment, more money in the football of Nepal. This will start for sure for football from Football Federation, but it will start from investment in a private team, and then we can talk about the developing of football with great prospect of system, strategy, or etc. etc.
I think yes, that has been the most important aspects for Nepali football to develop, and the ground to build in as well. Because we talk about big stuff, getting to the big games and everything, but everything needs to be approached step by step.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, from grassroots maybe.
We cannot, example, we cannot. I listen a lot supporter that they compare ourselves with India.
Exactly.
India have 100,000 ground that around India. we have only 3 grounds for play A division.
That's true.
I mean, and in this we have also a lot of competition going on for under 16, maybe under 19, or maybe if we start NSL, or if we start other kind of competition, there is only this ground available.
That's true.
And the ground is make big difference, because more ground, more changing, more academy start in the same ground.
That's true.
We don't have enough academy. I saw only one really great professional academy with one A licensed coach that is foreigner. The rest, I mean, we need to improve in our young developing football, and I hope also in the school improve more and more tournament. I speak with federation. The federation start a new tournament, I think under 14 from the next years.
Yeah.
So it will be a great future for us, a great hope, and we hope that there will be more president with money than invest in the football.
True. That's true. I think not only about the money, it's also about the knowledge where to put
knowledge, where they put the money, but need more money. Need more money for sure.
Investment brings results.
Yeah, because example, the player, many of players, they say we get a lot of money, the player get to pay a lot of money, but comparing of other country, they get maybe 1/10 of them.
Exactly.
Comparing versus Indonesia, India, or even Malaysia or other limited country, we need to have more cash.
I think, yes, that is the most important aspect. We cannot ignore that aspect. We may talk about a lot of big things, but then again, that is one of the biggest aspects, right?
For sure.
Yes, so we had a really, really wonderful conversation with Vincenzo. So we're approaching towards the end. So do you have any message towards the fans? You know, the games are coming.
Sure. As the message I say many times to other maybe meeting with my camera and with media, with other people in general. I would love that the new guys that I will call up, they give more positive approach to them. They give more chance to them to develop him, to mistake, because without mistake you don't develop it yourself.
That's very true.
Me as a coach, maybe I need more time to make a lot of mistake, but to win. So I hope they give more time for us, and they still fit and believe on new generation football of Nepali football. I believe this is comparing other years. I think more players they will go abroad in these years, and it will be wonderful this for the future and for the people that believe that football can grow only up in Nepal football.
Right, I think yes, Rome was not built in a day, and we have an Italian to build a Rome. That may be just wordplay, but thank you so much, Vincenzo, for being here. We had a really, really good conversation, and it was really informative as well as entertaining, I hope. And I think you had much entertainment, much fun as well, I hope.
Sure. I enjoy, and thank you so much for inviting myself. I hope we meet another time, and enjoy Nepal. And let's hope for the great future of Nepal football.
Surely. Thank you, Vincenzo. So yes, we had the head coach of Nepali men's football team, Mr. Vincenzo Alberto Annese, र आजको स्पोर्ट्स क्याफे सकिएको. So we'll be coming back with a very, very entertaining episode next time. त्यति समयको लागि म लगायत सम्पूर्ण नेपाल स्पोर्ट्स टिमलाई बिदा दिनुहोस्। नमस्कार.